Welcome to Slingshot Fever.
Everyone always wants to know what I have in here. Stay tuned to find out. So let's first talk tools. I always carry one of two machetes or a saw, depending on where I'm going. The two that I like are this curved style. This is great for brambles, blackberry bushes, and stuff like that, the curved edge. Great for cutting vines, all those viney, twiggy, thorny, nasty things. Another great thing is if you're trying to just retrieve game, sometime that added reach just to help push things out of your way so they're not snagging on your pants or sticking in your leg. The other one I carry is this SOG. As you can see, lots of use. I've used this one for probably about 15 years now. Absolute great item to have. This one has seen a lot of adventures. Now, something else about this one, if I'm going someplace where I might see some forks, I won't carry my saw, as this one has a saw on it that is pretty decent. You don't want to chop when collecting forks though. The vibration and the shock from the machete blade hitting that can send up splits and cracks, so avoid using knives or anything like that. Definitely stick with a saw for cutting your forks. Next, a saw. Now, I don't always carry this one. Now, I do want to show a modification that I've done. When it's closed, the paracord was getting hit by that last tooth. So I just ground that last tooth off and it stopped slicing my paracord. Definitely worth doing. I have tools all over in here. So those would be fork collecting tools items. Next, I always take a knife. Now, this Smith & Wesson has a belt clip or a neck chain. Belt clip on the case is removable. Little single edge, nice rubber grip, great little field knife. A Blackbeard fire starter. Always keep one of these with me. You guys can start a ton of fires made right here in the USA. Great item to have. Now, do I plan on making fires most of the time I'm out? Absolutely not. However, things happen. You may get stuck, you could break a leg, anything. Fire for signal, for warmth, for boiling water if you're stuck out there. Say you're out in the bush and your vehicle doesn't start. Things to keep in mind. You know, a lot of what ifs, and the odds are really small, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Next little item, mini TDR with the micro cordage. It's not as big and bulky as full-size paracord. You know, 50 feet of paracord would be a big bundle. I've got 130 feet right here, minus whatever's been used off the roll. So that does it for outdoor tools. Oh no, I have a lighter in my pocket, and I typically have one in my bag, so a lighter. Now, let's go with slingshot specific tools before we get to frames. Some days when you're out there, you just don't see stuff. Spinner on some bungee, couple carabiners. Great thing to have. You can loop it around a tree, a branch, whatever. Shoot, pull it off when you're done. Great item to have. I always mark on the back of my spinners what the size is. This one's a 60 millimeter or 6 centimeter. Next thing in my kit, tool-wise, Slingshot tool related, is a mini multi-tool. Self-explanatory. Next we get into Slingshot specific tools. Bring this closer.
First tool, y'all have seen one of these. That's for looped tubes, for sticking your tube ends back in and stuff. All sorts of uses for tubes. Everyone should know what that is. Good old pull-through tool. Another knife. Always good to have a few different blades on you. Tying tools. Now this B tying tool is a great one. Same thing with the T tying tool. Now you can see on the T tying tool, if it'll focus, this top section has been ground off. That was so I could use it as a flat tip screwdriver for torque and not need an additional screwdriver. Next item is the good old ball and tube tool, or bead ball installation tool. Magnetic end, stick your ball in the tube, your stop ball. And then last but not least is this little guy, several Allen keys, a pull-through tool. I believe there is also a tying tool on here as well. Yes. That is used to tie on bands, or your pouches to your bands.
Now, do I always carry all of these? No. If I'm not carrying any tubes or anything like that, the tube tools come off. If I'm only carrying tubes, well, then I don't need my flat band stuff, so those ones are totally mission dependent. Every Axiom Ocularis owner, or anyone using Ocularis plugs, should have one of these in their kit. A ballpoint pen, inners all removed. This is for setting your ball in the plug securely, or pushing it back out so you can pop it out, do your band swaps. Self-explanatory. Now this one is another pull-through tool, and it has a belt clip. So you can attach it to your belt. You're not fumbling around, digging in your pocket. I know I had a piece of string. It's right here. Super handy to have. Now, mini scissors. Self-explanatory. Let's go with extra bands. As you guys can see, I have my darts here. I have extra bands for the darts. I have other bands for all my spherical ammo. And then I have
labeled emergency latex ties and amber belt. And I have some of each in here. I have amber belt, and I have just regular old bands that have expired, broke. I've cut them at a 5mm width, and I'll use that for tying on my bands. This is my preferred method over the amber belt. I do feel it gives a more secure hold. Plus, you've already paid for those old bands. You might as well utilize them.
Call me cheap, call me thrifty. That extra 2 cents. Not that I'm rich, but hey, that's what you always hear. That's how the rich stay rich, right? Saving every penny. So, let's go to ammo. Now, I'm not going to take this off. Everyone's seen these guys. The magnet on it, you're rocking around and it keeps popping balls out for you. So, I have plenty of ammo. I think this is around 300 shots of 8mm that it will hold. I have my heavy GZK darts, my fun sniper sling darts, and then I have my other GZK darts on the ready. And the way this is set up, so much more awkward when it's not hanging on me. The way this is set up, it hangs there like that. I can just take one of these darts, give it a little twist and a pull, and I've got it off. So I generally keep some darts. I really like these bright red ones. They're a lot harder to lose. So there is ammo, all the darts. Now obviously, if I'm carrying darts, I have a frame for darts with me. It's my Scout XT. I generally like to carry at least 3 frames. My Scout LT. Now, the reason I like to carry multiple frames is if I'm out in the field shooting at a squirrel or a rabbit or whatever, and my bands snap, I can change bands, take my eyes off my target and everything, or I can grab another frame out of here and have a quick shot. Now, this one is Pocket Predator's Secret Agent in the TTF. Cracking little frame. Absolutely love this frame. It's a really great shooter. Comfortable to hold. Don't usually hunt with this, but it's a fun one just for some shooting and playing around. Now, what else do I have in here? Let's go back to the ammo. So I have my steel ammo. Have a container of lead. And yes, that is a specimen container. When you go to the doctor, don't be shy. Ask. If it holds urine, it's going to hold any lead. So be safe. Don't be breathing it in or whatever. Don't be playing around with it and then throwing sticks of gum in your mouth or whatever. You know, lead is lead. I have it labeled which diameter they are. Then in the top pouch, I also have my backup steels. I believe these are 9.5mm. And then I also have more lead. So that's my complete loadout. I also generally have my everyday carry pocket knife on me. So that's what I go out with, you guys. Hope that helped some of you think about, oh yeah, I should carry this or that, or that's a good item. You definitely don't want to be unprepared out there. Something else that I do typically have is a small first aid kit, and that's just in another pack, but I grab that one as I need it, kind of, again, mission dependent type deal. So hope that helped. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. And as always, shoot safe, shoot straight, and God bless.